And he's off. All right, let's get his wife out. So these are what we're playing with. Oh, beautiful. And the last batch is finally here, so let's get these guys in. Breed, release, release, release. Let's set some birds free. Welcome back to the Bird Lounge. Right, it's been the Easter weekend. I'll tell you what, it's been a busy one up here, so we're going to get into it. We're going to do a real deep dive. To start with, we're going to go into the main aviary because a lot has been going on in there. To kick things off, we're going to talk about the cockatiel. As you know, she was sitting on eggs underneath the bench, but unfortunately, that's not panned out when we candled the eggs for her. What I think has gone wrong is obviously it's been really cold. She's been trying to incubate the eggs on the ground, and it must be freezing. We did put a bit of hay under there, but it's not done the job. That's part of bird keeping. You've got to live and learn. So now what we're going to do is get some more nest boxes in there for her, so then she can go down on her clutch and obviously raise them properly. Now today is actually a really big one, because if you remember when we were over at Newark, I had some birds bought and gifted to me. So we had zebra finches, a Bengalese finch, a pair of diamond doves, and we're going to get into the pigeons shortly. So they're all out of quarantine today. So what we're going to do is going to release a couple of finches into the big aviary. The diamond doves are going to go into the finch aviary, and some of the Bengalese back into the finch aviary. This has got to be one of my favourite parts, when brand new birds come to the Bird Lounge, they sit in quarantine, and we finally get them to release them into the forever homes, and I absolutely love this part. And also today I'm going to want to take a second to talk about the BKN, the Bird Keeper Network that I've launched. So we launched that exactly 1 week today, and the response has been absolutely phenomenal. The people we've got on there already, from experts all the way up to the veterans and beginners, is absolutely brilliant. The goal of BKN is very simple. It's the idea is to get a central hub for all bird keepers, beginner and experts, and I'm constantly adding into there a new set of courses. So at the moment there's 8 courses you can go into and enjoy straight away. We've also got another 15 in the pipeline that are being looked over by veterans as we speak, ready to release them to the public. So it's absolutely fantastic. If you want to check BKN out, here's a QR code for you to have a look. If not, pinned in the comments and in the description of this video, you'll find your way to it, and I'll see you over there. And this is generally something I believe could change the whole bird keeping industry within a year or two, so be part of it. And then to wrap it all up, we're going to step into something that I am absolutely buzzing about, and this is what's been taking up most of my time over the Easter weekend, and we are going to step into the world of pigeons. Now I'm going to let you know very shortly which type of pigeon we're going to get into, but I am over the moon with it, and it's going to bring some fantastic content to the Bird Lounge channel. So if you're a pigeon geek, let me know down in the comments. Let's get into it. And we're back inside the main aviary. So a lot's been going on. Finches have started to make the nests. We've got some nest boxes up there for the budgies. I have got something coming for this shortly. I've got somebody that I'm talking to that's going to build me something specifically for it. But the finches are not playing any games. The budgies are dying to go down and breed. So we've got the nest boxes in. Remember guys, if you are breeding budgies, you want to make sure you've got more nest boxes, 2 pairs in there. So if we've got 5 pairs of birds, go for a minimum of 7 to 8 boxes. It just stops the fighting. So obviously a lot of people say you should have your nest boxes at the same height. And what's going to be taking place here is there going to be 3 levels of boxes. There's going to be ample boxes, 2 pairs in here. So one of the first jobs we want to be getting on with right now is let's have a look at these zebra finches and Bengalese finches, and let's get a couple released into you. Let's have it. All right, here they are, quarantine crew. So let me quickly show you what birds we've got in here, because there's absolutely stunners. I love them. Let me show you what birds we've got. So these are some of the zebras. So you see the 2 zebra cocks there. They look really bonny birds. They are going to go into the main aviary with their wives. The Bengies, I think I'm going to put inside of the finch aviary. Look at them all come and say hello straight away. Brilliant. I like that one. He's really cocky bird. So I do know there's some dominant ones. He's really pretty. Look at the black chest on him. Beauty. Next level he is. Hello. Are you all excited to see your friends? Oh, get them out now. This has got to be the most exciting part of bird keeping for me, when I actually get to release them into what we've built. So they're not all coming out, so we're going to get that zebra. We're going to get the zebras out into here. Let me show you this guy. Come here, mate. Okay, so that is the first zebra. Just look at the black chest on him. Ah, but the zebrafish biting me. I've never had a zebrafish bite me before. Are you going to be trouble, mate? Anyway, this is who we're dealing with. Let's give a new life. And he's off. All right, let's get his wife out. Hello, boy. So that's his girlfriend there. Let's get her. She's a little stunner. Oh. So that's his wife. Beautiful. Welcome to your new home. So I'll tell you what I am looking to get some more of. Java sparrows, fantastic birds. And any time I bring people in here, they're one of the first birds they point out of everything. They are very, very popular Javas. So that's another beautiful cockbird. And his wife is here. So that's his wife we're going to be putting in. Oh, go on, Joe. And that is 2 pairs of zebra finches. She's really pretty as well. Go on, girl. Beautiful. Then all we've got left there now is a pair of Bengalese finches. But we have got one that's a tufty, haven't we? Yeah. So I'm not going to put any more Bengalese in here. Them Bengies are now going to go into the finch area. So I'll tell you what, let's go and have a quick look in there. Let's see what's been going on. Okay, so this is a finch and diamond dove aviary. Already, we've got a diamond up on that nest pan there. She claimed that within hours of me putting it up. So a lot of these nest boxes are all filled up now. Beauty. So we are going to give them a little bath today because they do like it when the weather's nice and warm. We give them a bath. So let me go and get the others Bengies. I'll show you what we've got. Let's get them in. Let's see, I'm in 2 minds because I feel a bit tight by putting them in there when they could possibly come in here. No, there's enough Bengalese in here. But I wouldn't mind putting another hen in. So I'm thinking, looking at her, is she a hen? Let me know in the comments. They are not the easiest to sex, are they? What a beautiful day it is. I'm looking forward to taking this front off. Let me know in the comments again, who's getting the fronts took off already? Are we going to wait till the end of April until we open the fronts up? Because I do know at night it does go very cold, doesn't it? Now, in the greenhouse, I've had a problem. I planted all these seeds and the bloody mouse has gone through and trashed all of them. So I'm going to be working on that today. Look at them. Beauties. Right, let's get the Bengies inside the new area. So I'm in 2 minds. That tufty, we've got one here with a tufty, look. He's got like that on top of his head. We are going to release him into here. Go for it, lad. And you, come here, lad. And these 2 can go into the zebra aviary. So what a busy day we've got today. Loads going on. We're making loads of birds happy. So this is the whole idea. Well, that's the first one just gone out. Second one, gone. There you are. Welcome to your new home, mate. Brilliant. All right, who's these in here now? Get a bath in here for these in a minute. Let them all chill out. Job's a good one. So these are the diamond doves that was very kindly donated. So they are going to also go into this aviary. Now I know a few might be thinking, it looks cramped, that aviary. It's really not for finches. They are a pack bird in a way, flock bird. But there is going to be an extension going on that, so they're going to have an outdoor flight. And that will be coming by the end of this week. That is the old plan anyway. So that's the diamond dove. Look how pretty they are. I absolutely love them. They're just really cool, aren't they? So that's a hen, I can tell, because obviously she's got a lighter ring around her eyes compared to the other. She's no tail as well, but hopefully that's going to grow back in no time. Right, let's get her in. Okay, so that's the diamond doves released into the new home. Really happy about that. You're welcome. Have a chill out now. There's water, food, everything you need. What a fantastic feeling that really is, releasing birds. Unless you're a bird keeper, you won't understand. It's that release it makes bird keeping for me. It really does. Obviously, sitting here watching them, seeing them breed and do what they do, that is a big part of bird keeping. But for me, it's the releases. It really is. So what I'm going to do now is let's get all these fed. So I do know I'm going to be changing this easy bed in the next few days. And what I do sometimes, because there's quail on the floor, all the leftover seeds, like there's a lot of husk in there, but there's also a lot of seed. I just put it on the floor for them. And I don't do that all the time. I'm only doing that knowing I'm changing the bedding at the end of this week. So they'll enjoy digging through all that now, and you'll be amazed. There's nothing left. They'll rather go on the floor, scatter through all that, scavenge through it. They like to go to the fresh seeds, so that's birds for you. Right, so I have 2 feeding stations. This is like the main one, and there's a second one there. So I put 2 scoops of finch, 2 scoops of budgie, 1 scoop of cockatiel seed for them at the moment. Yeah, look at all my finches lining up now. Got a nice little collection there. Love it. I've spotted a couple of eggs as well. I stood on one by accident the other day. A finch egg. It happens, doesn't it? So I'm not looking to breed them right now, but what I have got is I've got an incubator from the auctions not long ago. £15 for an incubator, brand spanking new. I'm looking forward to trying to use that on the quail eggs, because that'll be really cool. There's a little baby quail chicks knocking about. But yeah, they're all lining these nest boxes up now with the budgies, because I've only just put the nest boxes in. I know a few of you are going to say, but why are you putting nest boxes in this late? Truth be told, I don't keep birds to breed to make money. I keep birds because of this reason right now. I'm stood in the middle. I just love birds in general. Breeding, it is part of the fun, it really is. But you've got to understand, you've got to breed them, you've got to make space for them, you've got to move them. And then when you do start breeding, there is a lot of stress because birds are just a different animal altogether when breeding is involved. But I am going to let them breed because it is natural for them and they do like to do it. But I only put the box in, they'll probably get 2 rounds with the budgies, and that's going to be the lot for the year. So, without further ado now, let's get all excited because we are going to go down to the other shed. And it's the first time we've been in the other shed properly. But before we do that, let me just show you what I've been up to this Easter weekend, building that baby out. Check this out. And I'll tell you what, the house sparrow. Love the house sparrow. There's something about it. Beautiful it is, really is. And I fancy a little change as well. Do you remember when I first put the that backdrop on, how much of a forest it looked? Now look at it. It's absolutely faded. So, thumbs down to Amazon for that one. But yet again, I don't know, obviously it's UV, it's got to be UV resistant. If you put in anything in your aviary where there's going to be any type of sunlight on it, make sure you check it's UV resistant. Otherwise, you're going to get a couple of weeks out of it. It's going to look faded. But I am glad it's still green, so it makes it foresty, if you know what I mean. What have I been up to in this shed? So this is the start of the roller pigeon shed, well, the breeding shed for the pigeons. So I've created this area here. I've been going on Pinterest to get a lot of picture ideas. There's plenty of roosts. Now, I have got 7 breeding pairs to go in here, so we've got 9 boxes. Now, I'll tell you what, that, if you're not a joiner, is harder than it looks to make. It's putting these pieces in bed anyway. I'm definitely not no joiner. So we're going to get them in here in the next 20 minutes. I've been dying to get them in. So first things first, I'm going to get some easy bed on the floor, get some easy bed inside these, get some food in, just make it ready for them. There is going to be an aviary going on to the outside of here, so they're going to get a little sun area. But apart from that, guys, the time is nearly come. Now, I were going to record building all this, but there's nothing really much to see. And like I say, it is all the scraps that I've used off the pen, so there's not any brand new. These are brand new timbers, but most of it is all scrapped up. We are now moving over into the world of pigeons, and we're starting off with roller pigeons, Birmingham rollers to precise. So, big shout out to Finn. He gave me 7 breeding pairs, including 1 baby. So there's 7 pairs. I've got 9 boxes, ample roosting areas for them. I was even going to put another roost across here, but I'm not going to bother. So what I'll do, let me show you inside here. Come and have a nosy. So this is what I've been on with. So we've got 9 boxes there for them. Put a little lip as well. Ample room. I've noticed a few people on Pinterest just put pieces of wood inside and they like to perch up onto them. So obviously I've got my perches in place. So obviously they're not like parrots where they need to be open up. I think the pigeons prefer a flat surface, but we will find out more. We are going to be really geeking out on the Birmingham rollers. So first things first, what I need to do now is just get some easy bed inside. And then obviously get the birds inside. And then what we're going to be doing, these sections here, we're going to be for more. So I'm going to have racing pigeons in the bit I'm stood right now. I'll show you that once I've had a tidy up. But it's been a bit chaos because we've got Storm Dave coming. So I need to get everything done before he arrives. So first things first, easy bed in. Let's crack on. Can't beat a bit of easy bed, can we? So let me know, pigeon guys, down below. Do you use easy bed? Now I've seen some people use sand and whatnot. I'm going to stick with this because I know it works. But I am going to be trying loads of different methods over the next couple of months just to see what works best for me. Because as we know, it's the same as any thing in the bird world, everyone's got their own way of doing things. Even though there is another content creator recently, whenever I post anything, he seems to go against it. So I'm interested to see if he goes against anything that I'm posting right now with pigeons. Also, let me know, should I be putting some easy bed inside of the nest balls from a little sprinkle? Let me know what you think. I'm really, really excited now to get these Birmingham rollers in. So they've been over in another shed for the last few days. Well, for a week now actually. I've been that busy because we just launched the BKN and the Birmingham roller course that we're building on there is second to none. So what I'm going to do is do what I'm doing. I'm going to sit that course and really learn it. Big shout out to Phil as well from the Birmingham Roller Society. He's helping along in the BKN to make sure all the information's correct. So if anyone is interested in learning about Birmingham rollers, you know what to do. Get over to BKN. I'll leave a link in the pinned in the comments. Right then, my Birmingham roller team is here. Well, this is the first half, so let me show you what type of birds we've got. These are what we're playing with. Oh, beautiful. Cat. Stunning. So if you've got just one ring on or no rings on, they're a hen. Go on. I'll leave my hand. There you go. That's a cock. 2 rings. It's a cock. Beautiful. Look at the colours on its neck. Stunning. Come on. What are you? Good girl, aren't you? Oh, I like him. Look at the face of that. He's really cool. I'm saying it's a him. You're a girl, aren't you? Oh, yeah, you are. You just look like a cock, you do. Cat, fantastic. Right, I'm going to go and get the other batch now. And the last batch is finally here, so let's get these guys in. There is one on eggs inside a plant pot. Out of every place. They just go down anywhere with pigeons, won't they? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring the plant pot in, put it into one of the nest boxes, and put a bowl next to it and slip her eggs in. I found a couple of eggs in there as well. So as like people were saying, they are on the TikTok, they are dirty, but obviously I'm just going to let them get settled and then we're going to give them a clean. I do know pigeons like baths, so let me know what can I put into the water to clean them themselves. I don't really want to have to get up there with, I don't know, say pet safe shampoo. Give them a scrub, just stress them out more, will it? Seem quite chilled pigeons, don't they? Most chilled bird I've had around. Oh, this way. So that's the little bird one with the bald head. It's obviously had a beating up some time before I got it with bowl when we got it. Keep them coming, eh? It's another nice one. You can tell that's a cock straight away. So pigeons. I'll tell you what, since I've been getting more into looking into what pigeons are all about, racing pigeons, that seems a lot of fun. But my method in the madness is I'm going to start off with rollers. So there's method in my madness. I'm going to start off with rollers and then we're going to get into the racing pigeons later on down the line. So they're in, let's have a look, let me show you. Oh, I'm happy with that. It's a big milestone this for the bird lounge. So obviously they're all crammed up there at the moment, but I'm sure give them half an hour, they'll start spreading around. But for now, I'm just going to get them fed, get them watered, and let them just settle in for tonight. I'm going to get that other nest box, and I'm going to put it down at the bottom, and with the other egg I found, put that in. Right, everyone, well, welcome to the Bird Lounge Pigeon Loft. Now, this whole shed eventually is going to be a pigeon loft, but for the time being, I've got this section built out. Now, there is some absolutely beautiful birds in here, stunners. Oh no, I thought his eye, he had one eye shut, one eye open, for God's sake, already. But let's get you inside, let you have a look. Hello. So, I do see the pigeon boys all have sliding doors. I will be getting into that very, very shortly. But again, money is the issue at the moment. And a few people have said with my perches, while I put them up on TikTok and whatnot, if you want to stay up to date with what Bird Lounge is doing in the now, go over to TikTok and Facebook, that's where I keep it updated. But I do, there's them triangle shapes, isn't there, that sit on to stop the birds pooing on each other. But this is what we're going to have to deal with for now, because I wanted them in. So I've got 7 breeding pairs. There is 9 boxes in total. Most of the boxes have been claimed. Like, it looks like she's claimed that one, she's claimed that. And what I've done as well, people are saying to me, get the terracotta pots. So that's exactly what I've done. I'm going to bang a couple more terracotta pots in. I thought I only needed 2, but I needed 3 terracottas, but that will do for now. This is the little baby one. So this will be one of the first ones to fly. It's very left alone because everyone else is paired up, and that's all on its own. But it won't take long for these lot to have babies, and that guy is going to go next door, and that's the racing team. That are the ones that we're going to be sending out. So these are Birmingham rollers. On another episode, I am going to go more in depth on what Birmingham rollers are. If you've not watched the video when I went to meet Icky, check that out. I'll tag that at the end of this video. That was fantastic. Have a look at him. He's the one, and Phil are the guys that's got me into this. There's something about it. When we get to let these out, they fly around. Now, a lot of people have been quite negative talking about hawks. I get it. I understand what I'm getting into. Hawks, it's part of the job, but then birds do need to eat as well as our birds. There is a bit of fighting going on. Obviously, I think they're just trying to claim the boxes. Someone did say to me, take out the perches and just let them claim the boxes. No, I'm going to keep it so they can get away from each other if need be. Right, let's go get them terracotta pots and let's get them in. These are the terracotta pots I'm using. Shout out to Berries. £2.25 for them, can't go wrong. Get them off there. That's one pot. Let's put another pot in here. There you go, sweetheart. You got yourself a pot now, haven't you? So let me know in the comments as well, should I be putting some easy bed inside of these? Because I've put some easy bed in, but they all seem to just kick it all out, so they're not too bothered. But I'm going to, okay, a little bit of easy bed. Now, someone also did say to me, I should be taking these fronts off so it's easier to clean, but then when I look on the internet, talk to experts, they're saying, keep the fronts on so the eggs don't roll out and the babies don't fall out. I get it, I do, but it's very easy for me to unscrew that and take it out. And in the future, I do want to buy brand spanking new. Oh, it keeps nice and cool in here when it's hot. You look a bit scruffy, mate, don't you? What's... It's okay. Hello. Stunner. Right, so we've got our pigeons. We're up in the pigeon world right now, and that's what I want. A lot of people are saying, why don't you get into the racing pigeons? I do really want to get into the racing pigeons. You know me and Bird Lounge with wings. But what I want to do is understand pigeons correctly. It's the first time I've ever kept pigeons in my life. So I just want to understand the bird first, understand how we can get them rolling and getting the flyers out and doing what we're doing, enjoying some competitions. And then towards the end of this year, we'll look at getting some breeding pairs of racing pigeons ready for next season. So I'm going to leave these guys alone. I don't want to stress them out more than I have to, because all I want now is these guys to go down on eggs. Now, I know I said it in the aviary a minute ago, I'm not really into breeding, but when it comes to pigeons, I want them to breed because we need the babies to be flying. So again, people keep saying, what breed are they, what name are they? If you don't get the right breed, you're just going to waste your time because they're not going to roll. Well, big shout out to Finn. I think he's going to sort it out with some really good birds. I will, on the next episode, tell you exactly what I found out about these breeding pairs of rollers, who they come from, what strain they are, etc. But yeah, I am over the moon with my pigeons, honestly. And I know this little tiny section here looks nothing. It took me 2 days to build it. Me and Sarah, the bird, got stuck in building it. It was quite good fun. So I am going to be putting an extension onto here, but spring's just started for me, so I'm just thawing out from the season, from the winter. So what we're going to do is start having a really good clean up. Right, so let's get back up into the area. Let's carry on. Right, that was fantastic. So everyone's been fed and watered now. Pigeons are settled. It's just brilliant day. So what we are going to also do in today's episode, I'm going to go back to the office later on, and what we're going to do is we're going to talk to you about Rio. Rio is a blue-fronted Amazon that I was donated probably about a month ago, just to try and get him back into his normal self, and then we'll try and move him on to a proper home and someone who's going to look after him in a forever home. He really is coming out his shell. He's standing up onto my hands now. When he's very moany and moody, so he looks like he's going to bite you. But I realise he's not biting you, he's just warning you. But he's a good bird. We'll talk about him when we get down later on. Fingers crossed I don't get a bite and I'll just jinx myself. I could sit in here all day, but I've just not got the time today to relax and have a chill. Also, I don't know if you watched my last video when I went over to Aviary Forum. Big shout out to them guys. That was an absolutely fantastic day out and I really, really enjoyed it. If you did watch that video, let me know down below because we are going to be picking some winners of who watched the Aviary Forum video and we're going to send you some Aviary Forum products. But we'll get on to that competition on the next one. I'm dying to let them little canaries out. Dying to, but they can't, not with the budgies because they're just so friendly and they'll go over and say hello to the budgies. That's a house sparrow's wife. Don't really see her so often. She's good at camouflaging and hiding away. But all the zebras seem really, really happy. I want to give a big shout out to Aviary Forum as well. These are all the guys I'll use for my birds' health and nutrition. And that's exactly what I'm giving to the pigeons. So it's Aviary Forum Ultimate Max. If you're into your pigeons, check it out. If you use something different, let me know down below. But I'd literally just put 4 pumps in into a litre of water. And they're steaming into it, they were happy. Right, so that is a seed that I'm using for roll the pigeons. But what I'm noticing, you know the big pieces, they're leaving them, aren't they? So I'm using the breeding mix from Bamford. Let me know down below as well, what other mixes do you recommend me using for the rollers? They always have the grit, the water and the food. Now I do realise when we are racing, or not racing, when we're sending these out to start rolling, there's only so much we need to feed them. So we will get more into that. I am interested to know, how do you guys measure your feed for your flocks of birds? So say for example you've got a kit of 20 racers, rolling pigeons, what do you feed them? How much? How do you weigh it out and work it all out? I'm very interested to know that. At the moment, just giving them enough food so they never run out, because that's the last thing I want, is to starve any birds. Right, I'm just going to leave all these chilling here now, get settled. Let's get back to the office. And what we'll do is I'll show you Rio. Let's have a chat with Billy, because we all love Billy. And I'll also talk to you about a few other things that's in the pipeline. So Daddy's pigeon's enjoying a bit of the sun today. Look at the size of that one there, it's an absolute unit today. A diamond pigeon. Yeah, what's Danny been up to? Has he been building himself a... Need planning permission for that, man. Fair play. What an absolutely fantastic, beautiful day it is when it's like this. I could stay up here all day. Unfortunately, I have to get back home to the office today. I've got so much work I need to do. So I'm just going to close everything up now. And let's get back over there. Let's keep talking. So let me know, when are people taking the fronts off and opening the aviary back up, because I'm ready now to let it breathe. But I do know it gets cold in the evenings, so let me know. I'm thinking end of this month. We should open up again, get some fresh clay talk about conservation aviaries before we go in to see Rio and Billy. Now, over the last couple of weeks, I've been talking to some absolutely fantastic companies that are involved with conservation and releasing and breeding birds to put back into the wild. And while I've been talking to these people, we brought up some absolutely fantastic conversations that I want to discuss with you guys right now. Now, you know me, if it's birds, it's got wings and it's generally helping them, I am all for it, especially when we're talking about conservation, because that's meant to be all about protecting species that are declining, breeding them, and where possible, releasing them back into the wild. And for me, the word release is the big one, and that's what I want to talk about. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, I am no expert whatsoever in the word conservation, but I'm learning every single day. But I've been looking into this, and I can't really seem to find any clear examples of people actually releasing birds back into the wild from these so-called conservation aviaries. Not all of them, but a good chunk of them. Now, I understand it can't always be that simple. Some birds can't be released, their habitats aren't where they used to be, and a lot of the times, a lot of the work that's being done, after I've been speaking to these experts, it's behind the scenes. But here's the big question I want answering. At what point does a conservation aviary stop becoming a conservation and start becoming just more of a private collection, but with a sexy label? Because if we're not seeing clear releases or clear outcomes from these conservations, what actually defines it as a conservation? For me personally, and I'm sure for a lot of you out there, if you're going to be using that word conservation, we need to see some clear outcomes now. And there should be some level of transparency, whether that's release programs, partnerships, or proof of what you're actually doing is genuinely contributing to conservation in the real world. Now guys, I might be wrong. If I am, I want you to let me know down below. Or if you're thinking exactly like I'm thinking, also let me know down below. What do you think actually defines a real conservation aviary? For me, it's find, breed, release. Breed, release, release, release. Let's set some birds free. All right guys, before I wrap up and get all this video edited, let me just introduce you to Rio. How are we doing, lad? Now he's a talkative little bugger and he is getting friendlier, but he's just not too keen as of yet. So the way we get him up, we get to step up onto this, don't we? Go on, step up. Step up, boy. You won't want to do it now, camera's here. Come on. Step up. Good boy. There we go. And then he would go onto my hand, so I will get the tripod set up on the next video so you can have a proper look. But he is getting there, bless him. I feel a bit sorry for him, but he is coming out his shell and no end. And we all know this big lad, don't we? All right, Billy. Come on, wait for playtime now. How are you doing? Hey, wait, woo. Now, Billy is the one I've got to watch around Rio. Obviously, there is a massive size difference because Rio, he's just a little softy, but Billy, you get a bit jealous, don't you, boy? I know. So they're all going to have a play on there now. What I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to get stuck in. Let's get this video edited and get it out to you. There is a lot happening, so I'm hopefully going to get a road trip sorted by the end of this month. So I'm going to be travelling down from Lancashire all the way down to Southampton. So if anybody wants to meet me, if you're on that route, please do reach out to me. I'd love to hear from you. Let's have a chat. But apart from that, guys, that's going to be a wrap from us at the Bird Lounge today. If you've enjoyed this video, please do us a favour. Give it a thumbs up, like, follow, comment, all that good stuff. Apart from that, guys, I'll catch you on the next one.